time it is, boy. Don't believe the hype.
All right, boxing fans, right now we're going to go to the next fight of the evening. It's going to feature Jacob Romero out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Jacob's undefeated at 2-0, and he's a pretty strong puncher. He's a good fighter. He was a fine amateur, and he's going to take on Pablo Ontiveros. Pablo with a record of 5-12. This bout will be fought at the junior lightweight division. We're here at the Lujan Building, and right now on the 8-count boxing hour, let's go to the action. Pablo Ontiveros taking on Jacob Romero.
Okay, now, John. Go ahead and get those guys behind you, John. John.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Here we go. First Day Productions and Coors presents Rising Stars 2, brought to you by Albuquerque Nissan, Rio Grande Cantina, Sal's Discount Liquor, Max Steak in the Rub, Sixto's Hairstyle, Pizzeria Express, Village Inn in Los Lunas, and the Village Inn coming soon to Rio Rancho and Adams Marketing. Here we go in the fourth bout. Weighing in at 129 pounds with a record of 5-12, Pablo Ontiveros. All right, here we go. In the red corner, weighing in at 132.5 pounds, with a record of 2-0, Jacob Razor Sharp Romero. Our judges for this bout are Levi Martinez, Jim Ash, Dan Cisneros. And our referee for this bout is Mr. Quintana.
Okay, boxing fans, here we go now. We're just about ready for the action. Jacob Razor Sharp Romero in the black trunks with the red trim. You're looking up at him there. His opponent in the red trunks, Pablo Ontiveros from Mexico. Ontiveros coming into the hometown of Jacob Razor Sharp Romero, and we are underway here, round one on the 8-count boxing hour. Jacob Romero, the smooth boxer. You'll see him with a good style. He's a very patient fighter. We've talked about him before. He's been seen here on the 8-count boxing hour, both as an amateur and now as a professional. His opponent, Pablo Ontiveros, not your typical Mexican type fighter. He doesn't have the typical Mexican style. You'll see that he'll box. He moves around a lot. He does not just move straight ahead, and he'll try to get side-to-side movement and circling, try to get some angles and find a way to get to Jacob Romero. We're just underway now from the Albuquerque Fairgrounds, the Lujan Building. This is Jacob Romero in the black trunks, again in the red trim, and his opponent in the solid red trunks, Pablo Ontiveros. You can see Jacob Romero now very smooth and calmly trying to work that jab. He wants to get the jab established, and if he can start scoring with that jab and get Ontiveros' mind on the jab, then he can start bringing the right hand behind it. Good body puncher, and he's a good technician, Jacob Romero. Pablo Ontiveros, we've seen him before. He's a kind of a trickster. He's a boxer. And there you see him now trying to get in there with that left hand. Jacob Romero with a good power punch. He displayed that power in the amateurs. Not a whole lot of amateur experience, but he's really come on fast as a professional. Third man in the ring tonight is the legendary Nefi Quintana from Albuquerque. And you can see Jacob Romero now patiently stalking his opponent. Of course, Jacob Romero, his pro debut was a wild affair against his crosstown rival Marty Maestas. That was a great fight. It went 4 rounds, and it ended up in a draw. A good, tough fight. Jacob was put down in that fight, but he did enough boxing to earn a draw against Marty Maestas in his pro debut. Round 1 in this bout, scheduled for 4. We're in the lightweight division here. Good, promising young Albuquerque fighter coming up, Jacob Romero in the black trunks. So far, nobody's been down, no big bombs landed, but you can just feel the springs tighten up here, and something's about to unload here. Pablo Ontiveros trying to use that in and out style. He's trying to stick and move. Jacob Romero with control of the center of the ring. And Ontiveros gets in there with a left hand on the chin of Jacob Romero. Jacob Romero trained by Jim Johnson and Jake Valencia out of the South San Jose Community Center. And there's a right hand. And right away Ontiveros ties him up. And that ends the first round. So a good opening round. Jacob Romero and Pablo Ontiveros here on the 8-count boxing hour. And there you're looking into the corner of Pablo Ontiveros. His corner man, Ariel Conde. Probably liked what he saw that round. I think he followed instructions well. A lot of good stick and move, not wanting to mix it up with the very powerful Jacob Romero. Ariel Conde, a fighter himself, who has faced Simon Brown and Mark Breland, to name a few. But right now working the corner of Pablo Ontiveros. Referee Quintana tells the seconds to leave the ring. And we're underway now with round 2, scheduled for 4. The lightweight division here on the 8-count boxing hour, opening up things with Jacob Romero and Pablo Ontiveros. A good opening round, a good close opening round. Not a whole lot of action, but the two men trying to get established here, kind of a feeling out round. And Jacob Romero just trying to see what he can do, what he can get away with, finding his range. In the meantime, Pablo Ontiveros trying to steal the rounds here with a stick and move style. Jacob Romero will work with that jab. He likes to bring that big right hand in. There's a good body shot from Ontiveros now, and the two tie up. Referee Quintana separate the two. You can see Pablo Ontiveros' legs very far apart, very wide. He's looking to get in and out quick with his shots. Meanwhile, Jacob Romero patiently, very patiently, just stalking, just controlling the center of the ring, trying to find that range. Now you see Jacob kind of leap in with some shots. He tries to start things. Oh, and Pablo Ontiveros mugging a little bit, drops his hands. And there he tries to get in there with the left hand. Jacob with a counter left. And again, you see Jacob Romero lunge in with that left-right combination. And Ontiveros leading with that left, but you saw him raise his chin up into the air. That's not a good definitely not a good tactic against Jacob Romero. Not something you want to be doing. Serving your chin up there on the plate, because Jacob Romero will take you down. Jacob, Razor Sharp Romero, a good nickname for this man. He's sharp as a razor. Very cool and calculating fighter, much like his namesake, Danny Romero Jr., the great world champion from Albuquerque. Of course, Jacob just learning his way around now. He certainly wouldn't compare himself to a great champion like Danny Romero, but Jacob definitely improving and learning on the job as a professional. Oh, and a big right hand from Jacob Romero. He follows up, and now Pablo Ontiveros falls into the ropes. That has to count as a knockdown. The ropes held him up. Ontiveros would have been out of the ring, but okay, and Nefi Quintana will count that as a knockdown. He's given him the mandatory 8 count. So Jacob scores with a bomb right there, and that's what I was telling you about. He'll lull you to sleep, and then he'll put you to sleep with a bomb. And now Jacob would like to finish him. Oh, and a big left hand again from Jacob Romero. And Ontiveros now down twice. I don't know if he's going to get up this time. Looks like he's pulling himself together. He's listening to the referee's count, and he does get up. But he took a bomb there. The left hand working for Jacob Romero here. Oh, that was a couple of nice knockdowns here scored by Jacob Romero, who was just cruising. And the bell rings, maybe saving Ontiveros. And Jacob was real happy with that. You saw him raise his hands there as he scored with those big bombs, putting his opponent to the canvas. And now Pablo Ontiveros faced with a real challenge here. He's going to have to dig his way out of a hole with 2 knockdowns here in a 4-round fight. As we look at the replay here, there you see Jacob with the first one. And he had Ontiveros wobbled, and the ropes kept Pablo up there. And I'd like to see the second knockdown now if we can. This is the second one. Oh, and there's that big left hand just solid on the chin of Ontiveros. And I'm really surprised that he got up from that, because that landed flush. It hurt him, but Pablo Ontiveros, pretty solid chin here, getting up from the 2 knockdowns. And he'll be able to go into battle here for the 3rd round. There you see his corner man, Ariel Conde, giving him some advice here. And Ontiveros, who was cruising along, sticking and moving, following his fight plan, all of a sudden things just fell apart as Jacob Romero got in there with that power. And you can see him, Romero, work with that jab and come back with the right hand and the left hand. He's throwing more than 1 shot, so if the first couple don't get in, he comes back with a bomb. With the power he has, it's a great idea. And he scores and knocks down his opponent. So we get into round number 3 here. This bout scheduled for 4. We're at the halfway mark. And now Jacob Romero, in control of this fight, has proven his power. And there you see Ontiveros claiming a low blow. Referee Quintana says, quit fooling around and get in there and fight. So Ontiveros does so. He gets right back into the action here. Still complaining about a low blow. We didn't see that. But Jacob Romero scoring big here in the second round. We're in round 3 now, scheduled for 4. Oh, and there's a big left hand again from Jacob Romero. The 3rd knockdown, and this could be it. This guy's frozen flat on his back here. Referee Quintana will count over him. And now he raises up, but he cannot get up. This fight is over. Another knockout win for the undefeated, fast-rising young fighter from Albuquerque, Jacob Romero. Showing what he can do here. Here's the replay of a knockout, and there you see it. Boom, the left hand. Sit down. We'll see you later, Mr. Ontiveros. You are gone. Knock down and knock out for Jacob Romero. Scoring 2 knockdowns in the 2nd round and finishing his man off in the 3rd. And you see Ontiveros there, a good sport, lifting up Jacob Romero. He knows he was outclassed in this one. Jacob Romero just brought the power into the ring, and he gets the win. A real smooth performance by Jacob Romero. Real patient, just taking his time. The stick and move tactics of his opponent did not affect him in any way. He's well coached. Looks like he's in good condition to go the longer distance if he has to. And plenty of power, a nice defense, a good style, and a good all-around performance by Albuquerque's Jacob Romero, who trains at the South San Jose Community Center. And there you see Pablo Ontiveros saying, yeah, just too much body shot. He couldn't take it. And a good performance again for Jacob Romero. Right now, let's go up to ring announcer Mucho Martinez and get the finals on this knockout.